Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's been a while since I had a game. I've been kind of busy with my schoolwork and some projects that I started as an internship. But today I'm taking a break from my long homework because I was inspired by a few things. So, very recently, the American Go Association, the AGA, started this new project called Michael Redmond Review. And they had this first review of European Professional Go Championship. So I was watching this video just for the start, and then I saw that there was this kind of black hole opening. I didn't know that it was also two opening. So anyway, this black, I think it was Alexander Dinerstein played that interesting opening, and I wanted to try it myself. And another thing was that on Facebook, people started talking a lot about the new Leela, which is version 9, I think, that it's like really strong, much stronger than before. And then I also noticed that in Korea, the Korean Go news media was also talking about it, how it's like coming very close to the professional level already. So I thought, wow, I should try it myself. So I downloaded just 2 days ago, the very latest version. And here I'm about to start the game. So let's see, it will be fun. Oh, and before I start my game, I wanted to tell you two things. The first one is that on from March 10, I think March 10, there is a Go tournament in St. Petersburg, Russia. It's a Polymetal Cup. I will be playing there. It will be very fun. And the second thing is that, I've been making these short videos about Go information. I had one about pair Go and another one for beginners, but this beginner video is not to persuade people to play Go. It's rather for a video for people who kind of already persuaded that they want to try out Go, but they don't know where to start. So this is that. I was not trying to convince in a way. So that's that. And then I plan to make a few more similar videos about like a benefits of playing Go and decision making process in playing, etc. Yeah, it's just that I thought it would be an interesting way to share information that I know and like some short things that you can watch. So anyway, without further ado, let me start my game. You can see this setting over here. I'm going to do 19 by 19, not ready for 25 yet. And this is a default setting. I didn't change anything. The Komi is going to be 7.5, even game of course, and time for game 20 minutes. I was trying to find out if the Leela's level depended on the time it had. It's probably true, but then I wasn't sure like how much difference it would make, and I didn't want to have such a long game. I don't want this video to be too long, or I don't want to spend too much time for this. I need to go back to my homework. So we will leave it at that, the default setting. And I'll be black because I want to try out that opening. And it's unlimited with neural network. So, are you ready? Should we start? Okay, let's do that. So I'm black, and as I told you before, I'm going to try out the Cho opening, which starts here. And let's see. I actually haven't played Leela on this, very high setting before. So I'm very excited, looking forward to see how white plays. And here I believe I am supposed to do that, right? Looks strange, but I guess this is toe opening. Or I could also call it half black or opening because you probably remember that I had 2 or 3 games where I played 4 of these reverse large knights move, which would go around like here and here. But I noticed that in the European Professional Go Championship, black stopped at this point, so that's what I'm going to do. Here I would like to approach either this side or that side, and it's a very interesting choice because on first sight they look kind of similar. The difference would be that this is kind of narrowing the side, and that probably means I have better chance of developing territory, so I'm going to approach from this side. A very strange looking position, these two moves, but it's going to be interesting. And seems like Leela spends some time for each move. And over here, a normal extension to the side would be somewhere around here, but that looks somehow, yeah, kind of passive. I don't know why. So maybe I'll jump out. And white could start somewhere here, maybe about this R13 spot. Then my position would be very awkward. But Leila didn't. This is a very big place, but I have a feeling that it's somewhat too early with all these empty spaces. But the good side of this jump is that white can invade over here, and this corner can be a support with the connection and all. But in any case, I'm not going to answer to this move because I want to take around here. And I honestly don't know what the best move to follow up from this position. I don't really want to do star point. That looks really awkward. Maybe better on P16, although it's still kind of empty in the corner. I could just jump here, and that might be better actually. In case white invades right away, it will be very helpful in attacking this white. But if white doesn't invade, then it might be bad. I don't know. Let's try this one. At least if I get some territory here, that would be nice start. So far, only this part looks like go, you know? It's like do you have ever this experience where you want to show something on an empty Go board and your software forces you to have alternately black, white? So, and then the diagram you want to show has like, for example, more white stones. Then you put like black stones on the random places outside the Go board. I feel like this is what happened. I wanted to have this variation, and then I needed to spend some other black moves, so I put some random things. Oh well. But anyway, we will continue. So white came over here, and one more white move here. White will have very nice corner. So generally I would consider around R6 or R16 or R17. But then when white extends to the side, my stone over here will lose its impact. So this is again very difficult choice that I have. And in this case, when I don't know what to choose, I like to tenuki. So that's what I'm going to do. I will approach it from this side and maybe try to develop this side this time. And we will see where I end up taking. Or white might choose first, which is fine. Wow, Leela is very territory solid style so far. And here it's not as awkward, so I'm going to just extend to the side. After the first two moves, I am also playing kind of normal moves, but because of these two beginning, my position still looks very strange. So let's see. Here it makes my choice easy. I will need to block the outside to make sure that I have something around here. And these two sides are facing each other, and my center seems to have a good potential. So here there is some weakness around this attach. Yet if I do something about it, it will be kind of slow. So I'll tenuki over here, although there is this weakness. I'll see what happens if white plays there. And I'm going to do the shoulder hit to reduce white's potential on the lower side and continue developing my center. Shoulder hit became very popular with AlphaGo. It was a good move before, but suddenly it became the fashionable move. And at this point, you usually have two choices, the jump and the extension. Jump is better when in general your group is not very strong. In this case, I have my center, somewhat my influential area. So I'm going to extend. And of course, white can cut, but I wouldn't be afraid of the fight. When white doesn't want to cut, white's usual follow-up is either tenuki or this knight's jump. But it seems like Leela wasn't afraid either, so we are going to start this fight. And the rule of thumb when your opponent cut you is that you don't want to Atari unless you can capture the stone with that Atari. So in this case, I would jump because obviously I can't capture this cut by Ataring. And white would either extend here or here. My guess would be this one. Then I need to answer. So this diagonal move would be a common choice. I could also consider this jump so that next time I extend, I'll have a nice I shape. With this diagonal move, because both sides are open, it will be kind of difficult to build anything. But on the other hand, if I jump here, white can keep pushing, and then I'll have to extend. But with this diagonal move, white doesn't really have a push. But then white can probably jump around here. I'll need to answer, and white can jump. So there is good and bad, I guess. Hmm. Actually, I could also consider pushing since white cannot cut right away. But when white jumps out, eventually I'll need to come back. And I'm not sure if this pushing and jump exchange would be good for me. So in this case, I think I will jump here. So the good news is that I'm limiting white's territory to these corners. Bad news is that white will be making some shapes around here. It will be very easy for white to have a nice shape with all these center moves. And that means I will lose my center control. So in this case, my hope would be that my territory on this side, left and right, would be big enough to cover all four corners of white plus Komi. So whites keep pushing me as I was concerned about. And I can't really hane because there is a cut. So I'm going to jump. And if white extends again, I can jump back, which will give me a few points on the lower side. So let's do that. And so far, Leela is playing really well, I think. It is quite good. I mean, we haven't played many moves yet, but I can see that it's not making any like strange move. Right? It's amazing how these computers got better so quick. So over here I could jump either here or that. This is somewhat thin, Q9, but I don't think white can like cut me off right away because white's shape is not that strong either. On the other hand, this Q8 is solid, but then white will be able to get some more center moves around here. So maybe I'll do this. Trying to be more efficient. I wonder if I can get this S5 in Sente. With R5 exchange, it looks like white won't need to answer the corner, which is a pity. So the purpose of playing over here was not to answer this move actually. So I'm going to come around here, kind of looking at some weakness of white around here. And the way I chose this particular spot in this center was just kind of intuition. And yeah. There was no formula that I used. But anyway, you can see that white has some weakness around here. If I get to play another move, for example around M8, white will need to connect with this very ugly empty triangle. So that's why I played here. And I'm going to honey. White will get some center moves around here, but I don't think white can cut me off. So at least that is okay. And I believe this is some sort of Tetsuji. Although I'm not sure if that was a good choice unless white wants to capture here. And that's going to be complicated fight. I'm not worried about that because my group over here has quite a few um, liberties. So that's why white didn't do that, because it's very likely to become a capturing race if white captures here and black penetrates. So there is that. And over here, I guess I'll need to connect. And then white can wedge. So I guess that's why white chose to cut here. If white didn't cut but just kind of extend, I would have had fewer points, but then black wouldn't be able to cut through over here. So this is kind of the only way for me to answer this situation. And I guess I will hane here. And with all these exchanges, this S5 became kind of small, not very meaningful. So we will not worry about that. I think I clicked here. Seems like the program is having some trouble. I noticed that Leela is taking up like 70% of my CPU. I know it's crazy, right? When I do the video recording, when the CPU usage is high, it kind of gives me some error message. So I usually check on Task Manager about the situation, and I try to close all the other applications that I don't use. And then I got that warning message again in the beginning of this recording. So I checked the CPU, and then Leela was huge. I was hoping it wouldn't make any problem, but seems like Leela has stopped working. I hope it's I hope it's okay. Okay, we are back, and Leela cut. It took me a few minutes, so I stopped the video recording for a few seconds. Here, Leela could block here, which is somewhat more risky. Another choice was to capture this one stone over here. So this is risky because I can extend here, and since white already blocked this one, white kind of needs to answer. I was expecting this connection, but this is kind of similar idea. And here I'm going to pip this one. So you can probably notice that there is no way white can capture these three stones, although white can squeeze and make my shape really bad. But one thing to remember is that I don't always have to save these three stones if it comes to that. And there is this cutting points that I was looking. So let me try. Because these white five stones, it can be cut off from this side, and it will be very big if I can swallow this entire thing. These three stones are also big, but I believe these five stones are bigger. So we will see. And black's shape looks somewhat thin, but still white cannot capture this important stone. White can get this stone, which doesn't mean anything. And as white's liberties are filled around this area, another thing white needs to be careful is this wedge. You can see that right away there is this wedge. And white's best way to prevent this wedge would be to capture this one stone. With that, okay, so white didn't do that. I could wedge right away, or or I could continue playing around this area. I am kind of tempted to Hane because when white cuts, my Atari would be very nice. But then once white connects, I'll have to also connect, and then white extends, and I'll have to jump. And when white pips here, my wedge will be gone. And that will be sad. If I wedge here right away, it might become an exchange between these four black stones and this white group. And that's probably not very good. I mean, it won't be bad, but it could be better, I think. So what do I do here? Hmm. Well, maybe I still want to take this one. I might lose these four stones, but if I get these five stones and get Sente, maybe that's good enough. Also, once these five stones are captured, there is no more this horrible squeeze. So I think that's okay. And here, maybe I will honey first. I'll need to see how white handles this situation. The next move is very likely to be Atari here. And my question is, can I connect? I could just capture this one, but I feel like maybe I can do some more things with this connection. Okay, let's connect and see what happens. I have a very bad feeling about this. uh, um, yeah, I don't like that at all. Hmm. So the problem is that I don't really want to cut here because cutting over here would be a nice spot. So maybe I'll just do that. Hmm. Yeah, I think that works. I don't really want to cut this spot, so let me do this and see what happens. If possible, I would prefer cutting from this side instead of that, so that I can cut here and Atari and jump out. But then it means white can save these stones. But that's fine, as long as I can get some good shape in the center. Hmm. Okay, so should I cut here first? Or should I cut that? Because I can still cut here. I know I might look like I'm contradicting myself a lot, but I was thinking about this cut also. But yeah, maybe I'll cut this one. We'll see. Hmm, it's kind of complicated. So you see, still there is this coming out if this black group is safe. And this is the Atari that I really wanted to get. But of course, it doesn't mean much if I don't live. By the way, I didn't see this one coming. I guess that makes sense because white's shape would have been very bad with the connection. So now that white just gave up that two stones, I feel like I didn't get much. Strange. But still there is this peep that I can get. That would be nice. But first I need to save this black group. And I'm really dying to get these 5 stones. That would be so nice. By coming out and then taking. But for white, it's probably the best chance to Hane here very soon. Now I need to connect. Can I cut here later? Yes, I can. It's no leather and no net. Hmm. Oh, that I think that's kind of mistake because it would have been better to squeeze with the honey. But in any case, I will need to come out here because if I just answer here, then white wouldn't answer here, right, necessarily. White can just give up these 5 stones. So although this exchange is a few points loss, I would do that to get Sente. And I believe this is the best way to answer. And that gives me this Sente. And here I'm going to cut this one. Because white's these 5 stones have few liberties. And I think it's good fight for me. Another thing is that if white just jumps around here or that, there is another weakness around here with this wedge, which I can do later. But first I will honey, and it's getting really complicated. There is this wedge, and here white still can't really get this 1 stone. And I think I will cut here. Am I? Yeah, this cut is usually good way to squeeze your opponent. But then I need to be very cautious with that. I could just push here too. Oh no, I really shouldn't because when white harness, although this cut would be nice exchange, I am not really sure about the follow-up after. So what does that mean? Should I cut? Ah, it's tricky. Okay, I'll cut. Nah, we will see what happens. White will need to capture, and I'm going to wedge. I'm a little concerned that this black group doesn't have that many liberties itself. But white will first need to save these 2 stones. And in the meantime, there is this white group also. So maybe this is possible fight for me. Hopefully. So you can see that white kind of can't really Atari this to this side because that will make this white screw immediately in Atari. And if I extend, extend here, white might cut this one. And then I'm not sure what my follow-up would be. So I might need to honey to get sente. Hmm. Yeah, it's very complicated. If I extend here, or do I just Atari here now and then extend? I think that's also possible way to do it. Then if white Ataris, I have 4 and white has 3. So okay, then let's Atari here first and extend. Um, and maybe we will tenuki that for now and hane here. Can I hane? Oh well, why not? Hmm. I guess the best scenario would be that I capture these 4 stones and somehow get sente, come back here. Because I can do some more here with white. White's connection is not very strong. But before I do anything here, I kind of need to make sure that this group is safe. That's why I'm concerned about these 4 stones. Not necessarily because it's that big. Anyway, over here I guess I'll need to answer. Should I attach or just come out? Seems like it's somewhat better to just come out. So let me do that. And white will probably Atari here. And I'll have to come out. And here I think I can peep. And the funny thing is that I can't really capture this one stone. So I'm going to come over here. See what I can get. These four stones are not captured yet, which means I will need to also come back here. Ah, this game is really difficult. I must say, Leela is very strong. I will be very happy to win this game. Um, so come out here. And honey. So it seems like white is trying to live inside here. It shouldn't be too difficult for white. But my hope is to get something in the corner and also get Sente. I'll need to come back here. White will probably get this side, which is very big. But there isn't much I can do anyway because I cannot capture this one stone. So there is that. Can I honey? Yeah, I think so. And for now, white needs to live here. White could also save these four stones now, somehow. And then I'll need to live around here with this group. And then white will need to live with this one. So it's very complicated. One thing I like about this game is that it's not fair, but it's like I have as much time as I want because I don't have Byoyomi or anything like that. But Leela is playing in a like very nice pace. So it makes my game very much enjoyable. So that's pretty cool, right? And over here, I could Atari this one, or I could extend here. I think I'll choose that. Although then white can capture these two stones, that's not very important. Or maybe I will Atari here. Again, it's very difficult choice. Okay, yeah, I'll choose this one. I was interested in playing here, but then white could come somewhere around here. Anyway, I was concerned about this group. In a scenario where white leaves and then I'm not alive. And I wanted to avoid that. So anyway, with this, I think Um, what do I think? Uh, can I do that? Or do I need to answer this way? I actually might need to do that. But then white can peep here. Okay, it seems like I need to extend. If I die here, oh well. Then I guess I die there. So white has at least 5 liberties here. Once white comes here, I'll have 4 liberties. So it all comes to here whether I can capture this white. And I see this attach. White will have to come out and Atari connect, and I can do the knight move net. White can do that. Okay, it seems like I can't really save this one stone. So I think I will come back here at this point. Because if I can't capture this white in one move, white can do that and I might die here. That will be the end of the game. And now white is okay. But I will try to save this one stone actually. Or at least do some sacrifice. The good news is that my group over here is safe. And if I do that, white might do this and that. I guess that's fine. Or is it? Usually it's better to attach if that works. And okay, yeah, maybe let's just follow the textbook move. I was considering this Atari instead, but oh well. Usually it's better, so maybe it's still better. Or maybe it's the same. Okay, I need to Atari anyway, so let's do that. Seems like it was very similar. And then white will probably connect here. All that. No, it seems like that's actually a better choice. And what does that mean for me? I'm thinking I might actually just give these three stones up and block here. And this would be a good timing for Tenuki. So there is some aji around here that I can kind of feel. Although I can't really tell what would happen. But maybe it's enough to do this. But before that, I will exchange this one. Hopefully white will answer all that. Please, okay. So I did answer, and I'm happy with that exchange. I'm going to extend here. And with that, it's still kind of thin, but I think it's better than nothing. And it's nice that white answered. And maybe let me take this one. Hopefully with that I can claim all this, except for the monkey jump and this end the game over here. Oh, the shape is still so bad. Can't believe it. Oh well. Oh, there's this double honey too. Um, yeah, that's kind of bad. Oh, so good. How did you see that? Okay, I need to do this. And this jump is now big place, or around here, this one, capturing that. Mhm. I'm not sure which one is better. Maybe that. Okay, that. It will be super nice if I can live here, because then I will be able to save these 3 points. But it seems kind of unlikely. Mhm. So white seems to be very good at endgame, especially around here. But I'm also glad that white didn't kind of try to do more, which was also possible, I think. Okay, so I think it's all kind of done over here. The rest is just an end game. I guess my big question will be if I can pay the komi. I wish it was 6.5. Maybe I should have changed because in Korea it's 6.5 komi. But I wanted to try the default setting. That's why I went with the 7.5. And also since I knew that I was getting black, it seemed not fair to change, knowing that I'll be black, right? So do I have enough territory? It seems like white has quite good one here, and this one. Huh, that was a very strange move. Oh well, maybe that was okay. Is this bigger than this jump, for example? How many points is this? It's about one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 13. I think this may be even bigger than that. So maybe I'll go ahead and take this one. And of course this that's if I honey. Oh well, white might start to cool, and I guess I wouldn't necessarily like the cool. Let me do this one because with around here it seems like the odds is very bad. So actually white might just choose to answer that way. Because actually white doesn't have much liberty outside. Or at least if black gets moves around here in Sente. Maybe I'll do that. So with this exchange now white doesn't have these two stones as an option, and that means when I hane here, what? What? It's a very interesting move. What happens if I cut here? Then white cuts, and then it becomes cool. Wow, it becomes cool. Okay, so I guess I'll connect. No, actually it was not cool. If I cut here, white comes out first before cutting here, and I would die. Wow, that was a good move. Okay. And now Tanukid. Interesting. So I'm going to start here. I don't know what happens, but it looks bad. I mean, the aji looks bad. Also, when I honey here, that means white probably can't cut. So white might just extend. Or maybe I could even attach. Not sure which one is better. Maybe attach is better. Anyway, so that was nice gain over here. White will probably need to answer somehow. I think I can even just take that one. Seems big enough. Oh, white wants to do cool. Okay. In that case, maybe I will honey here. I think white will extend. May have been better to attach, but then Hane seems to have more coat threads. So keep things simple and do that. Didn't have a chance to count yet. Ah, and my laptop is running out of battery. So we will see. When Leela says 20 minutes, I wonder what it meant. Because obviously this game is not going to be 20 minutes long. But anyway, Leela seems to think this call is very important. And I kind of agree. It is a big call. And guess I will connect here and take this one. I guess white has this code thread. And I will need to answer that. And white will probably take here. And now where is my code thread? Yes, where is it? Well, I guess I will just take this one. Okay, yeah, I'll just come over here. And ah, wow, I didn't expect white to answer that. I was actually hoping white would take this one because then I was planning to hane here. And when white has to cut here, I can do that and I would leave here and I wouldn't need to get this. So that was my secret plan. But Lila saw it, I guess. Ooh, funny. Anyway, now what? I guess this Atari, which I will probably need to answer. There is also that. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 liberties. Yes, I think I can handle that. Whoa, that was crazy code red. Cause it's like I think maybe about 2 points loss. Hmm. But anyway, let me do this. I think it's kind of code red. Hmm. And also, this is very big. So over here, the idea is that if white can't have one eye here, white will need to answer this one. But white did that. So I think I'll just take this one. Or what happens if I do that? Hmm, I don't know actually. Can white leave? Should I try? I mean, what do I have to lose? Okay, let's try. I was expecting white to block like either this one or that one when I pushed here. But when white captured that, I thought, oh, I guess white is alive. But I'm actually not seeing how white can be alive. So I'll let Leela prove its points. And we will move on, I guess. So I do that. And now I will have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. If if white cannot capture this one stone, this group is going to be dead. What? What is it thinking? Okay, I'm going to just block here. And now you're dead. Do you know that? Okay, so it seems like Leela is not realizing that this white group is dead. I actually think it was dead even before this black stone. But I thought white might try something by coming out here. But now this game is kind of pointless. I'm kind of curious. Was I winning? Was I winning before this group died? As you saw, I didn't get to count. I can probably count now. Assuming white answered and I took, it will be difficult, but if white had like 10 points here and 5 and 7, So 17, 27, 38, 41, 43, and then maybe white would have get that, and that would be about 50 points. Black would have 1, 6, 12, 13. I had two more captures, so 15 and 25, 31, 34, 38. I think this would have been my thing. So wait, I'm confused. So white had about 50, and I can have 15, 25, 34, 38, 40, and 48, 49, 59. Yeah, I think I would have won. Black seems to have more points. Anyway, I'll stop this game over here, although Leela didn't resign. But this white group is dead, so I don't think there is any point. Whew, I'm so relieved that I won. But as you saw, it seems to be very strong. It's going to become my good rival, I think, until it becomes even stronger or I become a little weaker. But anyway, that was the game for today. I really had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.